What is up, guys? In today's video we're going to be going over how we can create a slider in React Native. So as you can see right here, we have a slider set to 50%. When we start sliding, it's going to change the state to sliding and change the percentage. And when we let go, it's going to release an on release event. So of course you can add some other code there for when you start sliding and when you stop sliding. And yeah, let's get started immediately. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is start a new Expo project, and inside here we want to add a dependency. So I'm going to be copying what I wrote in my GitHub repository. I'm going to leave this in the description down below because we are going to use this React Native community slider, and the documentation to the original will be right below that. But all of this will be in the description down below. So we're just going to use this command right here and paste it inside our project. Next, we can go ahead and type in expo start localhost Android. And the first thing we're going to do inside here is import the slider. So import slider from @React Native community slider. Then we're going to create two states. So constant, and the first one's going to be a range, so we can set the range, and that's going to equal use the state of 50%, which will be our initial state. Then we've got a constant sliding state, which will tell us whether we are sliding or not, and set sliding, which will equal use state initially set to inactive. And the first thing we will take care of is having two text views. So the first one's going to have the range set inside it. So range, and we want to provide a style which is going to equal first with the font size of 20 and the font weight of bold. Next, we can just go ahead and copy this and place it right under, and we need to change this to sliding, and that will take care of that. Finally, we can get started with the slider. So we're going to type in slider, add a closing tag so we don't forget, and the first thing we're going to include inside here is a style. So first things first, we need to provide a width, which we want to set to 250 for this example, and a height set to 40. So far we already have the slider and it already works, but it doesn't do anything. So of course we want to make sure it does something. We're going to set the minimum value to 0 and the maximum value to 1. And of course you can change this to whatever you want. You can put it between -10 and 1,000,000 if you want. We're also going to specify a minimum track tint color, and this one's going to be set to tomato, followed by the maximum track tint color, which we're just going to set to black. So far now you're going to notice that we're going to have a red line follow us. And let's also change that this small thumb turns to the color of tomato as well. So thumb tint color is going to equal tomato. The initial value we want it to be set to 0.5, so it's right in the middle. So far we have a very nice slider. It doesn't do anything, but we're getting there. Now we can actually grab the value by calling onValueChange, which is going to equal the value plus the arrow function. And we are going to set our range to first pass int, because what we're going to have returned to us is a float, and we want to multiply that by 100 and then add a % sign. So now if we drag this, we should have the % get updated, and we can actually just remove everything else just to show you that if we just use the value, we're going to get a percentage, just like that. That's what we originally get back from adding these numbers. And if we add, let's say 100 here, it's going to be super small, but we're still going to get the response back as a float. So let's get rid of that, and let's go back to our percentage. Next, we want to create a function called onSlidingStart, and this is going to equal an empty arrow function, which is just going to set the sliding value to sliding. And then very similarly, we have onSlidingComplete, which is going to take the exact same function, set sliding, except we're going to set that to inactive. And just like that, we will have completed our slider. Now we can go ahead and start dragging it. And you're going to notice that it's going to trigger the onSlidingStart and the onSlidingComplete. And that's actually all I wanted to show you in this very simple sliding tutorial. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.